Hi, I'm Daniel Fisher, Director of Product Optimization here at Sweetwater Sound. And today I'm extremely excited to show you the new Moogerfooger MF108M, also known as the Cluster Flux. This is primarily a very short bucket brigade delay that you can modulate that lets you create choruses, flange, vibrato, but it also lets you do lots of other really crazy effects because it has complete control over every knob via voltage control, and it has control over most of the knobs via MIDI, and there's even some surprises in there from MIDI that let you do things you would not expect to do with a regular chorus flange. So first, I'm just going to show you a little bit of guitar. I'm not a great guitar player, but I will do what I can here for you. And this is like a mono, just the straight dry guitar. And now I'm going to kick in just a regular chorus with a slow LFO. And it's just a really beautiful analog chorus. And because it's voltage controllable, I can use things like my trusty theremin to change the rate or any other parameter. I'll do rate. And you'll hear that more as I turn the feedback up. And the feedback on this can go both positive and negative feedback, so you get lots of different types of flanging tones. And I can do negative feedback. And very controllable. You can put foot pedals in and do the exact same thing. You can take outputs from your analog synthesizer, get the same effect. So right now I primarily have it in a chorus range, which is a longer delay setting, about 30 some milliseconds. And I throw this switch and now it's a flange chorus, flanger, and I can shorten that delay time up quite a bit. And now you hear the sound typical of a nice flange. Now so far I've only been using the triangle wave, which is pretty much the standard LFO wave you use when creating choruses, flange, and vibratos, but they give you so many more. On the front panel there are 6, but there's actually a 7th hidden one that you can get to from MIDI. So here is, for example, square wave modulation. Here's a sawtooth. And here's upward ramp. We'll turn the feedback up more so you can really hear that. And again, what I'm doing here can be done either via the knob, via any chip ring sleeve foot controller, or via MIDI, which I'm going to show you in a second. Now, here's random. Really beautiful, and you can change the amounts of things, so you can get pretty extreme with it. And the rates go over 100 hertz, which is really fast for an LFO. At that point, it's really just a faux. Very, very cool. So now I'm going to show you some things you can do with the keyboard. So now I'm using the Kurzweil PC361. It's a particularly good keyboard to demonstrate this because the PC361 has great control ability. It makes a great master control keyboard, and so I've set up all these sliders to actually be MIDI commands that go directly to these knobs. And so I'm going to start off just by using it manually. I'm just going to play a little electric piano here. And kick in the chorus. And as you can see, it just can go places you would normally not be able to go with a regular chorus. Okay, so now I've got the Kurzweil PC361 plugged in, and I've got the MIDI out going into the MIDI in, and I'm sending clock, and you can tell because the light has gone orange here. And so I'm just going to play a little built-in sequence that's in the PC361. And now this rate knob is subdivisions of the clock. So I can do quarter notes, eighth notes, triplets, whole notes, all different variations. And now I'll start kicking those in. Okay, so now I'm going to play that demo sequence into the Moogerfooger, but this time, instead of using MIDI clock to drive it, I've set up all of these knobs to send CC numbers that represent each of these knobs, and as well as some hidden functions that you can't get to from the outer panel. So I have some buttons over here that do bypass and sync, a really cool one that lets me play notes to change the delay time, and then I have delay time, flange chorus, delay multiplier, feedback, glide, wave divide, wave shape, LFO rate, and LFO amount. So now I'll bring back my sequence. And via MIDI, I'm going to kick in the chorus. And now I'm going to do everything from the front panel. I'm going to try some different wave shapes. Now here's one that's really neat. I have the delay time multiplier that actually takes this out of chorus time and into more of an analog delay. Now if you want to see something really crazy, I can use keys to pick the delay time. So I get myself a nice tight flange again. And we'll get some feedback going. And now I can play this. Turn up the feedback a little more so you really hear it. And there's no keyboard sound coming out. This is just the delay time. I'm actually playing feedback. Now you know why it's called a cluster flux. So that is the Moogerfooger MF108M cluster flux. It is due out the fall of 2011. Just a quick reminder, this was a prototype, so there may be slight differences in the parameters and some of the settings, but I thought you'd want to have a good idea of what this thing sounded like. I know I'm getting one, and you should too. If you have any further questions, please call your Sweetwater sales engineer. Thank you.